This bulletin is brought to you by Good Morning Vihalia. Enjoy the warmth and indulge in the deliciousness.
Good morning, good morning.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, 2018 has thus far been a year where many twists have been recorded. The most prominent one being Dr. Mahathir Mohamad's return to Prime Ministership in the 14th general elections. As the by-election for the Selangor state seat of Balakong approaches, Barisan National Component Party MCA has fielded a candidate, Tan Chi Tiong, to contest the seat. Last night there was a speech at an MCA event which talked about the concept of check and balance and how it is important in Malaysia as it has faced a political tsunami. The speaker said that many thought that Harapan would be a good government, but in actuality, it has, quote, no hope. And it also is destroying the people's hopes. So, who said this? Was it MCA President Liao Tiong Lai? Was it someone from UMNO perhaps? Was it former Prime Minister Najib Razak maybe? No. Far out. It was past Secretary General Taqiyuddin Hassan. So this was a historic twist in PAS's agenda moving forward because it came at an awkward time. MCA has a long history of attacking PAS, which dates back to the days of Barisan Alternative and Pakatan Rakyat. In fact, MCA leaders have claimed that the Chinese party had stood at the front line to oppose PAS President Abdul Hadi Awang's private members' bill to remove the limits on punishments that can be meted out by the Sharia court. Speaking to reporters after speaking, Taqiyuddin said that this is not a problem as non-Muslims simply don't understand hudud law and that PAS will continue to explain their position, stressing that it is once again a Muslim affair that does not affect non-Muslims. He explained that his presence was because of PAS openly backing the MCA candidate for Balakong. MCA Deputy President Wee Ka Siong said that Taqiyuddin appeared at the event uninvited. Now, I don't know if he was saying it like a good thing or a bad thing. But anyway, talking about PAS, let's return to the topic that triggered the entire nation and then some this week. The public caning of two lesbian women in Terengganu. Backlash ensued after the incident, but State Menteri Besar Ahmad Syamsuri Mokhtar believes that this is only temporary and that it's just a matter of time before the public understands that the punishment was meant to be a lesson and deterrent to those involved in LGBT activities, saying that the public can accept it if they see the punishment objectively instead of emotionally. I'm sorry, I can't objectively observe someone being beaten up in front of me. Heck, I get riled up when I'm watching wrestling on TV. So think about that if I saw it in real life. Now, next door in the PAS-controlled state of Kelantan, their Menteri Besar Ahmad Yaakob said that the state government is considering various public places to carry out caning sentences that are delivered by the Sharia court. Now, one of these places being considered is a stadium. Yeah, stadium where those big sporting events happen. The unicameral State Assembly of Kelantan passed an amendment to the Kelantan Sharia Criminal Procedure Enactment 2002 last year, which now allows for public caning in the state. And speaking of this week's news, we go back to Bungalow Gate. Okay, some of you perhaps shot back on Twitter and in the comment section yesterday, maybe without watching the episode, telling us that the Attorney General's chambers had actually provided an explanation on the corruption charges against Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng being dropped through their Deputy Public Prosecutor, Muhammad Hanafia Zakaria. Now, we would like to clarify that what was meant by the title was that Attorney General Tommy Thomas himself declined to comment on the issue when contacted 2 days ago. So we apologize for any misleading title that we may have written. But moving on, lawyer J. Gunamalar called for an immediate inquiry as to how and why the case was not dropped, as he was not satisfied with the AGC's explanation. He also called on the AG to file a notice of appeal so that the Court of Appeal gets the opportunity to review whether the decision of the judge to order the acquittal was justified. While former JASA Director General Puat Zakarshi wrote on Facebook today that he doesn't buy the AGC's explanation either. Gunamalar then noted that Lim was a former client of the AG and that they were close. Then he further implied that there is no guarantee that the AG did not interfere with this case. Remember last week when Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamad made a big announcement regarding who can and cannot purchase properties at the Forest City mega project in Johor? If you don't, perhaps this will jog your memory.
But one thing is certain, that city that is going to be built cannot be sold to foreigners.
Now, it appears that this confused a lot of people. In fact, there was even a rumor that was going around saying that the purchase of a property in Forest City comes with a free gift, being a visa to live in Malaysia. Sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? Well, this was debunked by Mahathir last night when we asked him to clarify what he said about who can buy property on those artificial islands.
They can buy the property, but we won't give them visa to come and live here.
Okay.
Malaysia's first multi-grains brand. The champion is Good Morning. Our final story for today is about the Malaysian identity. We're 61 years independent and we're still struggling with finding the true meaning of what it is to be Malaysian. So you might remember shortly after the 14th general elections, a journalist asked the newly minted finance minister Lim Guan Eng how he felt being the country's first Chinese finance minister in 44 years. To which Lim responded that he himself does not consider himself to be Chinese, but rather he considers himself Malaysian. And yesterday, MCA President Liao Tiong Lai expressed concern over this statement when he warned Lim against, quote, selling out the Chinese. During a ceramah in Balakong, Liao told Lim not to sell out the Chinese in Malaysia and allow them to be assimilated. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're still living in a country where declaring our race is a mandatory field to fill up on forms ranging from credit card applications to home loans and other official stuff as well. This is our country. This is home to a plethora of races, from the Indians to the Malays to the Chinese, the Temyar to the Kadazan Dusun, and the products of mixed marriages like Mamaks Peranakan and myself, Chindian people. Do you consider yourself Malaysian first? Now, I may be proud as heck to be a Chindian, but I always introduce myself as Malaysian when I'm abroad. So let's talk about this on the comments or on Twitter. Hit like, follow, subscribe, and share this video. I'm Daniel Anthony. Thanks for watching.